What up, y'all? It is day 20 mother blipping 1 of Vlogmas. Obviously, I'm sitting on the floor because I'm finna do some arts and crafts. But I had to tell y'all, okay, first of all, the whole alignment of the plan is we supposed to be getting superpowers. I did a little research, right? First of all, apparently this happened every 20 years. And I'm 29, so I should have superpowers when I turned 9. So... what's happening with that? And then second of all, I went outside and I ain't see none. And then I went downstairs and my grandma was like, yeah, what you looking for? I said, I'm looking for the alignment. She like, oh yeah, they said on the news we weren't gonna be able to see it in Chicago. That's discrimination. I don't like it. So womp womp on that. I guess I ain't gonna be getting no superpowers. That kind of sucks. I was hoping I was gonna get, like, you know, invisibility, teleportation. I don't really want to read people's minds because that would probably creep me out. And then if I knew some of the stuff that people thought about me, I'd probably be like, I don't want to be around you. No. So I know Christmas is like 4 days away, but yesterday I had sister time. I don't really want to put that on here because that's just a time for like me and my 2 sisters to get on house party and we just talk about our life. We have our time to catch up. Sometimes we have sister time with wine, with liquor. It be like just us time, you know? So we did that yesterday and we opened Christmas gifts. So I'm going to show y'all what I got at the end of this video. But I had a COVID scare. I hadn't been around nobody for real. All I was doing was going to work, keeping my distance. I don't really like to be around people like that anyway. I like to stay to myself. So, you know, I was in my own little world. So I'm like, I should be good, right? No, bro. I'm at work. I didn't feel good. My body was aching. I was real sleepy. I had this cough. And it was just like, with this whole COVID situation, you kind of be like extra cautious of everything. And it's like, okay, I just coughed like 4 times. Wait a minute.
Is it my time? Like, Lord, what's going on? Hold up. I don't think we discussed this all the way because we didn't set this up. Like, no, this not in the plan, big dog. We got to go back. Step 1, I missed something. Like, come on, no, this ain't it.
So I'm like counting my coughs. I'm like, you know what? This is just a cold. This is just a cold. This is just a cold. The next day, I go to work. Now my throat hurt. I like have chills. Like I'm hot 1 second, I'm cold another second. I feel warm to myself, but I don't know if that's because I have chills. So I'm cold. Then I touch my head feel hot. So I'm like, am I really hot or am I just warmer than my hands are? Like I'm going through this whole mental thing. Now look, I had already started like, okay, you know what? My remedy for a lot of sicknesses is to 1, sweat it out, and to 2, immediately start flushing fluids, right? So I'm getting my ginger in, I'm getting my lemon with my honey and my tea and my menthol and my, you know, all of my remedies. That shit that shit didn't mean shit for real, okay? It didn't mean shit for real because I still felt so terrible. Like I was at work, like trying to get a nap in, trying to just like literally survive. But I just felt so terrible. My throat hurt. It hurt to talk. I was like eating cough drops to like open my nose up. Like I just felt so sick. I go to the bathroom and something tell me like, look at your tonsils. I look at my tonsils and I was like, bitch, I know you fucking lying. I just know you fucking lying. When I tell y'all I had like cauliflower on my tonsils, it was so bad. Like that was the reason why I couldn't talk. I couldn't eat. I couldn't swallow nothing. So I'm at work starving and all I could do is drink tea. Now, just a little background knowledge. When I was a kid, I used to get strep a lot, a very high number. And it got to the point where the last time I got strep, and I had to go to the emergency room because it was really, really bad. They pretty much told me like, listen, if you get strep 1 more time, we're taking your tonsils out. But in my adult life, that was my first time having strep. All right, whatever. In my mind, I'm like, this is bad. I need to go get a strep test. So at my job, they have a on-site clinic that you can go to. And thankfully, I know the physician that runs that whole clinic. And me, like, Auntie Ken, I love her. She just so knowledgeable. She know her shit, and she just very real. She just keep it real. Like, okay, so I go over there. I'm like, is Kenyatta here? They like, yeah, but she with somebody. And I'm like, I really need to talk to her. Like, I really need to talk to her. And it was like, well, can you tell us what's going on? And I was like, I'm 90% sure that I have strep and I need a strep test immediately. They was like, well, are you sure it's not COVID? And I was like, I don't know, but if my strep test comes back negative, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna test positive for COVID. And I know that y'all have strep tests here, so I need to get one done. I just felt so bad. So she comes out and she's like,
how sure are you that this is strep?
I said, I am 99.9% sure. She said, how do you know? I said, because all the symptoms line up. These are way worse than what I used to have when I was a kid. But this cauliflower, and she was like, I'm sorry, what? I said, I got a lot of cauliflower on the back of my throat. And she was like, how do you know that it's cauliflower? Auntie, I just told you. I used to get strep a lot. That is the #1 sign of strep throat. Cauliflower. What's going on? Cauliflower strep test. She was like, all right, it can't be that bad. Let me see. I said, no, it's bad. She said, okay, let me see. So I take my mask off. She turned her flashlight on. She looked. She's like, oh, shit. Yeah, that's real bad. So she take me in the back. She has the nurse come in there. She swabbed me for this strep test. She's like, yeah, it should take about 15 minutes for the results. Now, I've seen the strep test. It kind of looked like a marijuana test. They take the Q-tip, they swab the back of your throat to get some of the cauliflower on the Q-tip, and then they put it in this like solution, and then they put some droplets in there, and then they stick this stick in there that look like a THC stick. It's like maybe this big, that wide, maybe like that long. And it's kind of like resemblant of like a THC test or a pregnancy test. Lines turn this color or it get up to this point, then the solution is positive for strep throat. I'm sitting there and in my head, I'm like, I know this shit's gonna come back positive as fuck because cauliflower on your throat is not a symptom of COVID.
But in my head, I'm like, Lord, I know I be being a baby kid. But if you could just make this strep test come back positive, give me my little amoxicillin or whatever, and let me be on my way, I promise I won't be as much of a baby kid. Like, just spare me, please. I cannot have COVID. Like, please let the fucking COVID skip over me, please. Damn.
Fast forward, I wait my time. I'm like, I just started telling myself, Keely got strep throat. They gonna give you some amoxicillin, you gonna leave. Gonna give you a prescription, you gonna leave. That's it. You just got strep throat. That's it. You only got strep throat, bro. You good. And I also knew, I'm like, and because I got strep throat, she's gonna come in here and check, and that test is gonna be done because I have strep throat. Like, I just immediately start with the positive affirmation. She comes in, she checks, and she's like, we're gonna give it a few more minutes. Da-da-da-da. Now, mind you, I'm going over there, I'm peeking, I'm looking, because she put it right there on the counter that's in the room that I'm in. She comes in the room, she looks at it, she's like, yeah, you got strep throat. Bet. So, they prescribed me some, amoxicillin and clavitin. I think that's what it is. Your girl only had strep throat. I ain't never been so grateful in my life because, you know, I feel like everybody is hypersensitive with this whole COVID situation. I don't feel good. Lord, is it my time? Hold on, what's going on? Wait a minute. Yeah, that was my COVID scare. It wasn't COVID, it was strep throat. But as promised, I'm gonna show y'all one of my Christmas gifts. I had asked for this, my sister got it for me. It is a light box. Essentially, this is a display box for items. I also got the turntable to go with it. So I would put this turntable inside this part right here. Sit whatever it is I'm displaying on top of this. Turn the lever, that right there, turn the lever, and it's gonna rotate, and then I would just film this from the front, and I could like take pictures, I could do a video, I could leave this stationary so that it doesn't turn, but it's a really good way to set up professional pictures for your products. Now, these are the colors that the backgrounds come in because, let me turn this over, kind of looks like this, right? See, I got the product in there. There's your professional picture and your backgrounds, things of that nature. It comes with an LED light, right? So it's built into it, and that's what gives it the lighting. And then these are the dimensions of it. And yeah, This is what's on the side of the box, the back of the box, so it'll tell you everything that come in there. I am going to, I made some new things to put on the website. I told y'all I was going to put some more Kari Shell bras on there because y'all asked about those. I made some hair clips. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw those hair clips. And then also I made some Kari Shell earrings. All of that stuff will be on my website very, very soon. I am thirsty to use my light box. So we're going to set that up. I got a few more arts and crafts that I want to do, and then I'm going to set my light box up so that I can take some pictures. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out. It's Vlogmas.